What are you doing wandering the streets of downtown alone, you might ask? Well, I'm walking back to my car from the matchup between the Cardinals and Pirates on Tuesday night at Busch Stadium. Paul Skeens v. Miles Michaelis. And the Cardinals, they didn't get the better of this one, despite the outing by Michaelis. 7 shutout innings. Actually outdueled Paul Skeens, depending on how you look at it. Skeens was really good, 6 and a third innings. Gave up 5 hits in the game. Michaelis only gave up 1. Miles had 6 strikeouts. Walked a guy. Ow!
Your brain's a little frazzled today, I guess. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't be. It's been fine today, but
And it's like you didn't even get shot yesterday.
Oh, come on. No, now you're putting this on me. No. I think we do need to start with Brenden, your story from last night after the game. It's just, first of all, we're very glad you're okay.
I am okay. That's the first takeaway.
Smart.
Now, I'm going to preface this by saying airsoft gun, just so that, because I think if I say it in the other order, but I got shot last night walking back to my car in downtown St. Louis after covering the Cardinals game. The classic trope about downtown, well, it finally happened to me, but it was, thankfully, I think it was an airsoft gun. I honestly didn't stop to see what the pellets looked like or anything like that, but yeah, in fact, I got it on video, and I put this out on my personal Twitter account. But what I was trying to do, and this was like 11:15 or so p.m., and I live like 40 minutes away from the stadium, so it was going to be after midnight that I was getting home anyway. So what I was trying to do is post a quick video, just like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, talk about the game, and for my YouTube channel, and say, hey, there won't be a podcast or anything tonight talking about the game because I'm going to just go to bed when I get home. That was my plan, and I thought, I'll do it walk into my car because that way, it'll be all done, and I can throw it on there and be able to go to bed when I get home. And so it just so happened that as I'm doing that, car drives by, and pew, 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 I take a few to the chest, Andy.
Oh, I didn't even hear where you were hit either.
No,
right in the chest.
It did. It actually got me. Now, they didn't leave any marks or anything, so it very clearly could not have been, like even some of those like rubber pellet kind of guns that we hear about, it couldn't have been anything like that even, because it more than anything scared the hell out of me, right? Like, it's not that it was painful. It's just that it was like, you don't know the noises of a gunfire. Like, I don't get involved in that kind of stuff, Andy, so I heard it, and it happened in a split second. I'll tell you what, man, my adrenaline on the drive home, it was still, my stomach was in knots for like 20, 25 minutes because once your adrenaline goes, that's physiological. You can't really do anything about that to shut that down. So, yeah, that was kind of crazy that happened last night, and it's all good. We're all good, but the first time in like eight years that I've been covering sports in downtown St. Louis that anything remotely close to this has happened. I've seen some reckless driving before, but never have I ever, until last night, been fired upon by, again, if you just tuned in for that sentence, airsoft. It was not a dangerous situation, but who's to say? Like, you don't know.
But you don't know,
moment, right?
Yeah, you're just reacting the way that you're supposed to react in those situations.
Caught it on video too. Couldn't
right.
And then the one thing I regret, I immediately shut off the video because I was like, well, we're not posting this. But then I thought, well, we'll post it to say, hey, don't do this to people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the PSA, because and you can hear, I think it was a group of probably teenagers, Andy, because you can kind of hear them laughing in the back of the video as it goes off. But it's like, where do people have just a total lack of empathy for in modern society of like, yeah, this is a cool way to spend your night cruising around. I get it. Kids want to have fun. But there have been far too many, particularly in, downtown St. Louis, instances where guns and violence has taken a lot from a lot of people. And to pretend like, I'm shooting you with a gun, I don't know. I didn't think it was that funny. Just for me.
Oh, it wasn't.
For me
you
personally.
You were thinking correctly.
These kids, they seem to think it was. But yeah, I debated it, but I'm like, I'm going to put that out there because I think people, hey, see that, it does kind of happen. Be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. I never thought really 8 years, I never really been, I know that people have their various anecdotes about safety in the city and stuff, but I've never really felt unsafe, Andy. But that was a spot where I thought it happens quick, man. And then again, it's not like I was at real risk because it was not a real weapon, but in that moment, you can't really know. And so the first time I think I've ever done a video like this too, I just thought, hey, I'm going to put this up so people don't go, hey, where's your Cardinals podcast that you do? I'm just not doing it tonight. But in so doing, I ended up capturing, I don't know if that maybe made me a target. The fact that, oh, he's got his phone out, let's get him. I don't know. I feel like you probably, any bystander you see that's not paying attention or maybe is paying attention, and you're those kids downtown, you probably, that's what they're doing that night, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea
but
what they think. But it's
sad state of affairs. I don't know.
It's very sad. Again, it's just I think the PSA there, the billboard to that is just don't double think before you have second thoughts before you actually decide.
Have some empathy for people.
Yeah, read the room a little bit. And recognize that
you don't have like tin cans at home or like plastic bottles. You can like pop shots at.
Like you don't have to.
That's not cool enough.
Yeah, bystanders that you don't know. Like so, just be smart. That's
I guess this was like a sort of a TikTok challenge a couple years ago. Not currently, because somebody told me that, hey, I think this is a TikTok thing, and so I went on TikTok and was trying to search for the challenge they were talking about, and TikTok actually has it like a banned as a search term because they don't want people doing this anymore.
Right.
So I don't know what, I don't really understand what was going on, but yep, that happened last night. So, Cardinals lose and I got shot. I mean, that's a tough night for baseball downtown.
We are glad.
Wasn't even trendy.
Exactly.
It was yesterday's news.
We're glad you're okay, Brenden.
I am too.
Yeah, and we'll see. Apparently, this will be an ongoing investigation. I guess we hope, or something like that.
I did.
We don't
and
have to make it due details to.
But I did give him a call. Okay. I did give him a call to the non-emergency line in St. Louis for the police department. They called me right back and said, you'd have to do it in person if you wanted to file a report, and I'm not going to be down for the next couple of games, and so it'll be a minute before I'm back downtown, and so we'll see what even ever comes of that. But it's just like, I don't know. I just would like to think that people are, I don't know, smarter, a little more caring, empathetic to the other human being on the other side of something like that. But I don't know. I think in this place in society, we kind of lose sight of that, and we get TikTok brain or social media brain and think that that's a thing that's cool to do because maybe they were videoing too because they're like, we're gonna prank this guy. I don't know, man, but it was definitely a jarring experience. I was not particularly fond of it, the way that it went down. It was just kind of like shocking, like, whoa, what happened? And then you go, okay, I'm okay, but I'm just gonna get quickly to my vehicle and head on home, get home to my family.
That's all we're trying to do. And
I wish I would have kept that video going though, because I probably could have caught a license plate or something.
Yeah, but either way, it'll be figured out in some way, shape, or form. If it
won't, like a lot of things downtown.
I'm trying to be optimistic about it.
No, let's be realistic though.